Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report on Channels Television. I am Chris Elams. Today, our focus is on Makun Omi and Ogun State waterside community where goods are still exchanged by barter. We also bring you the sorry tale of a primary school in Mafoluku, Lagos, where learning is done under a very poor condition. Join us for these and more on Eyewitness Report. Oja Ajebo is a market in Makun Omi community in Ogun Waterside. However, one unique feature of this market is that goods could still be exchanged by barter. It is part of the many cultural practices that have stood the community out. We've visited and I'll bring you our findings. Welcome to Makun Omi, the last of Ijebu town on land in Ogun Waterside. It shares boundaries with Atijere in Ondo, Lagos to the west, and Ijo Arubo to the east. Due to their proximity to water, the people engage in logging, fishing, and other trading activities. This also, in time past, exposed the community to invasion by criminals operating along the creeks. The challenge has, however, been tackled with the deployment of soldiers to the town. However, every 9 days, this sleepy town comes to life and the Oja Ajebo market takes center stage.
This market has been in existence in the last 25 years or thereabout. It's a market of coincidence in the sense that the market wasn't in existence until luck fell on us in this community, and those who normally come from Lagos State, from Ondo State, through our lagoon here, got stranded one time, and they couldn't get to the real market where they normally go. That's the Atijere market. So they now opted to set up a market here, and that market has been booming in the last 25 years. Incidentally, the market is so vast that you find marketers coming from all parts of the country.
Traders with their wares arrive from various parts of the country by land and by water.
I come from Lagos, and I come to these villages in Makun Omi because I believe that this is one of the places that those materials is much. So I buy from them, and I transport it to my factory, which I crush to local oil, which is the PKO, Pankane oil. Then I sell to soap makers, especially when I have much of the materials, I can sell to companies. As you can see that they are coming from the high side, I come here to buy from them. And I'm begging government to help us, especially on the transportation. That is the most expensive material that eats our money.
It's 5 p.m. where businesses are closing down in other climes. For these people, it is just about beginning. And the interesting part is that some of these goods will be traded by barter. When transactions begin, food items such as gari, fish, plantain are used as means of exchange.
Some will not sell for cash. They would like to exchange for other items they lack in the area, like banana, cassava, gari, etc. like that. If you go down to the market, you see how they operate. Some do not have money to buy anything, but if they can get something like pupuru, this fermented gari, they will bring it in exchange for fish. If you have gari, you don't have money to buy fish, you just bring your gari. You bring your gari and exchange for fish. If you have fish, because those people at the riverine area, they don't have much of this gari thing. So they will bring their gari, they will bring their fish in exchange for gari. They will bring fish in exchange for gari, and life goes on like that.
They have a peculiarity to assess what they have before them. Like, for instance, a measure of gari sells for probably 1,500. The fish they are bringing, they will assess how much it is worth. Then if they are going to exchange, they will know that your gari is worth 1,500 and their fish is worth 2,000, then they can trade.
The traders make calls by announcing what they need and what they have in return. When intent or interest is shown, the process of negotiation is initiated and a deal is eventually sealed. The method seems quite interesting, so I tried my hands on exchanging plantain for fish, starting with a call.
Okay, now she's not ready to.
Finally, I got a buyer.
No, I thought I could buy a full basket with just one. Too small. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This is the much I could exchange with my plantain. That is trading by barter.
It's getting really dark, and the rules prohibit trading activities between midnight and 4 a.m. The sound of chirping birds and croaking frogs usher in a new day, and preparation for a boat regatta known as Okoshi is in progress in Makun Omi. It's a celebration of the fates of their forebears, who were great hunters and warriors.
In those days, our forefathers, they were warriors. They used the boat to go and meet, to chase away their enemies. So they even dance. They will dance in the boat. They will, in fact, it is militant in nature then. We don't use arms this time around. In those days, it was an armed boat.
It adds more to friendship. It adds more to unity.
I can say our people do come home for visiting his father, his mother, or his people. Because this Okoshi was a war boat before, but now no war.
While the women take the back seats and young test their strength and skills on the football pitch, the men of Makun Omi lead the charge, mounting a replica of a war boat accompanied by heavy percussion, drumming and dancing. It's a spectacle to behold.
I recall some 30, 40 years ago when my dad too did his own. I mean, I accompanied him as a young man, and I just cast my mind back, and I could see the excitement then, and I'm feeling the same too. So I thank God. One of the messages, one of the take-homes from this kind of a cultural event is the need for our people to believe in that, to promote their culture. This is our culture, and to foster unity, you know, within the community and even in the environment. Because all the people you see around today are not only from Makun Omi, they are from all over Ogun State, even outside Ogun State.
The story of Makun Omi would have been perfect if they had good roads, electricity, or even potable water. These are all luxury items they cannot exchange by barter.
We don't have bank here. We have only one secondary school, one primary school, no higher institution. We have cried unto government to give us a school of agriculture because we have land. They are not responding. No light, no potable water, no hospital. The only hospital we are giving are under construction, not yet constructed during Goodluck Jonathan administration. The hospital is abandoned. We tried to get to the contractor. We couldn't. I don't know whether the contractor is anymore in Nigeria. So we are abandoned. No water. We drink from the riverine. I mean from the river, Ifara River, which at times make our children to fall sick because it's contagious. So we will use this medium, I've seen this opportunity to tell federal government they should not abandon us.
If you go through our roads, you will find out that it is one of the worst roads in this country. The roads are bad. So we want government to actually see to our roads and make sure that they are motorable, so that people from all the parts of the country can come here. In addition to that, we are a fishing community. If you leave Lagos now, you cannot get to this place because of water hyacinth. The whole lagoon is blocked. So we want government to assist us to clear this water hyacinth so that there will be movement along the lagoon. People from Lagos, the Lagos side from Ise, Igbogun, Ekpe, they come to this market. They prefer to come by ship, by water. But once the whole place is blocked, I can assure you, as you are sitting here now, if you have opportunity to record the whole thing, you will find out that there is no way you can move from Ekpe in Lagos State down to this place. This place is covered up to Edo State with water hyacinth.
While means of exchange may have since gone through various stages, this Ogun waterside community has preserved a cultural practice that will continue to strengthen their bond of unity and friendship, and hopefully will attract the needed attention that could engender infrastructural development in their locality.